Hi everybody, this is Paula with I Sound Norwich, and I'm here with Linda, and we're here to see Attorney Rothstein of Norwich do a magic show for the kids. So stay tuned, he'll be starting anytime now.
If I've forgotten, that's the most recent, I want you to know. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Wheeler Public Library and the magic portion of your time here this evening. And we have put together an extra special show for all of you this evening. And during the course of the show, there'll be many opportunities where I could use some help with the show. And if you decide to help me out, why, I reward you with a nice little prize just for helping me out. And talking about nice prizes, look who came to our show tonight. And Miss Emily told me there'd be some children here. Well, by golly, there sure are. And who would like the teddy bear? I want to give the teddy bear away to someone. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at this. Look at this. 23 children and 4 adults want the teddy bear. Well, hey, that's a problem. I have an idea. I got a great idea. I'll do some magic over the course of the next hour. And if you folks see anything I do that you like, you can clap your hands. And at the end of our show today, whoever ends up being the best clapper and the one that's paying the most attention to the show is going home with that teddy bear. And just to make it fair for everyone here, here's the best way you can warm up your hands. Join in with this right now. Much too easy for this group. Let me see you keep up with this. Boys and girls, I have some interesting news for all of you. You are in for some tough competition if you want to win that teddy bear. Do you remember I told you there were 4 adults clapping their hands? By golly, there's 9 of them now. And let me tell you one other thing. We did a show earlier today at another library, and the best clapper there asked if he could come up here and win another teddy bear. So I checked with Miss Emily, and you know what she said? Bring him on up. We'll show you how Wheeler librarians clap their hands. He's right here. Would you like to meet him? He's here. He's here. You want to meet him? Yeah. He's right over there. So you are going to have to clap better than the adults and better than Mr. Monkey if you want to win that prize. Now, before we lay the golden egg, yeah, quite a few of you, but I'll bet none of you knew that at the same time that the goose was born, there was a chicken born that lays eggs all day long. A regular chicken, boys and girls, will only lay 1 egg a day, 230 days out of the year. Not this chicken. As many eggs as you want all day long. The chicken that lays eggs all day long. Right on key on that one. Eddie is the craziest thing. Willie says one more for the road. I don't know if there's one left, but we'll see. Willie says, give me one more for the road. Let's give it a little try and see if we can satisfy Willie's need. Just one more for Willie. Now, it comes with a cloth, and the cloth has to touch whatever you want to get rid of for at least 5 seconds. So let's make sure we get this one right. Let's all count up to 5. I'll get you started. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. John, you weren't counting, and I won't hold it against you in winning the teddy bear. We'll start the contest now. Now, after 5 seconds, you take that soda bottle and push it down in the garbage can. You don't need the cloth anymore, so you can put the cloth down. You still have the soda bottle in the garbage can, and the last step is as simple as they can make it. Take the soda bottle and the garbage can and just go woof! And look at this. Look at A little girl asked me a great question yesterday in the earlier show. She said, what would have happened if you spilled a little bit of the soda when you're getting rid of that soda bottle? Well, the garbage can may look empty to all of you out there, but it really isn't. It comes with 50 built-in napkins. Spill some soda, reach in, pull a napkin out, pull another one out. You can pull it out all day long, just like that. Now, you folks are in for one of the greatest treats in magic shows this evening. Do you know why? Susie, do you know why? Susie, I'm glad you asked, because I came this evening with the world-famous Mystery Magic Water Jug. But you got to empty all the water out of the jug, and I was so busy talking to the children, I forgot to empty the water out of the jug. You got to get every drop of water out of that jug. Susie, I'll come back to this in just 1 minute. But how many of you out there know what a knot is? Just a regular plain old knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 17, 19, John, 20. Yeah. John, if 20 more people imagine the same thing, we can make magic happen. Where do you ever run into 20 people imagining the same thing? But watch. Let's imagine a knot on the rope right where my nose is. Everybody imagine. Here we go. People ask me, what's the big deal about knots? Now, I want to see if anybody can figure out how I do this next thing. We have a big knot over here. John, you can see that. But we don't have the big knot over here. Now, the question is, can the big knot over here jump over to this side? Watch carefully. We'll see. Here's what I do. I put the 2 ropes together, I wind it up, and I apply magic dust. Voila! Just like that. Now remember, the big knot was on this side. Let's see if it jumps over to John's side. Susie, are you watching carefully? Good. Let's check it out. Look, it's over here now.
There's something cool around here.
Can anybody figure out how I did that? How did I do it? How did I do that? You think I just switched it around in front of Susie and John? They wouldn't let me get away with that. Here's what I think. Let me tell you what I think. They're both white ropes, and I think that's confusing you. But yes, I came with a different colored rope. I'll come a little bit closer so you can see. Do you see the knot on the white rope? John, you can see that, right? But we don't, Susie, are you paying attention? We don't have a knot on the red rope. Now, I'll do the very same thing. I'll wind it up very carefully, and we apply magic dust. Here we go. Voila! Susie, it's not Tic Tacs, it's real magic dust. Now, we give it a candy cane spin like this, and let's see if we can make some magic happen. Let's check it out. That wasn't the best thing, that just happened. Look, after the knot jumped from the white to the red, look at what happened. It ended up melting itself into the red rose. Susie, you are in for one of the greatest treats in magic shows tonight. Do you know why? I'm glad you asked, because I came tonight with the world famous mystery magic water jug, but you got to empty the water out of the jug. I forgot to do that. Let me do that. You got to empty the water out of the jug. There we go. Susie, I'll come back to this in just 1 second. But who knows what this is right over here? Yes! And what do you do with candles these days? What do you do with them? You light them. You do light them. And folks, about halfway through our show, I'm going to light 2 candles and take all of you back over 500 years to see the greatest magic trick in the entire history of all of magic. You're going to see it right here. But there is one other thing you can do with candles if you don't want to light the candle, and that's just take the candle and blow it away. Just like that. But, John, I've been blowing candles away for so many years, I'm running out of candles. So I learned how to make a candle. I'm going to teach everybody here how to make a candle. You can try this at home. If you want to make a red candle, you need a red handkerchief, the pointer finger. Let me see those pointer fingers. Yeah. Oh, you got 2 of them, John. Yeah, that'll work even better. Steve, the pointer finger. Steve. Yeah, that's it. The secret is all in the boom, like this. Watch this. Boom! Look at that beautiful red candle right there. What? What do you think this is? My finger? Why, if you talk to John, he'll tell you it's the best red candle he ever saw. Not everybody happens to like red candles. For instance, if you talk to Natalie, she prefers a white candle. John told me that. We need a white handkerchief and the pointer finger, boys and girls. Yep, that's the one. It's beautiful. It's all in the boom. Here we go. Boom! What do you think? This is not just any old white candle. Miss Natalie will tell you she never saw a better one than this one. Susie, are you awake over there? Are you awake, Susie? You are in for one of... You are in for one of the greatest tricks. Do you know, I'm glad you asked me, Susie. But you got to empty the water, and I forgot to do that. Let me do that. Forgot to empty the water out of the jar. Susie, I'll come back to this in just 1 second. But boys and girls, it is time now to give away the first prize of our show. And I am looking for an adult that came with one or more children that would like to win a prize for those children. Do we have an adult? Let's see, that would like... Diane, you were the first to raise your hand, Diane. Diane, who did you come with tonight? Yeah, stay right there.
This one and the one in the middle.
The one in the middle?
Yeah.
Diane, I would love for them to have a prize. I just want to see if you're paying attention. You noticed Susie fell asleep a moment ago. You saw that, didn't you? Well, now she's awake. Yeah, she wanted to win a prize. Diane, do you see the cube? And the empty box? All right, let's look at the cube, and then I'm going to give you 7 seconds to answer. Here we go. The cube is now in the box. Diane, was each side of that cube a solid color, or was each side of that cube many colors? 7 seconds. Time's up, Diane. What do you say? Many colors, lock it in. John, you could win up to $1 million right here. Diane, did you say many colors? And are you playing for those 3 gorgeous children?
Yes.
Diane, you weren't paying attention. Look, it was solid on each side. Oh, I feel terrible. I tell you what, I'm going to leave it up to Susie. Shall we give her another chance? All right, we left it up to Susie. And I tell you what, if you're unsure of the answer to this next question, you can go with Natalie. She's been to 6 of my shows. She'll help you out. Are you ready, Diane?
Yes.
Let's look at the cube. You have 4 seconds on this one. The cube is now in the box. Diane, was each side of that cube a solid color, or was it yellow on every single side? 4 seconds. Time's up, Diane. Lock it in. John, I'm telling you, $1 million right here. Did you say yellow on every single side? Is that because Natalie tipped you off? I thought so. Look at this. Yellow on every single side. And we have 2 glow sticks right here for tonight's midnight show. Yes, and who else came with Diane?
Raise your hand.
Did I get the right one? I thought so. Wait a minute. Were you rooting for Diane to get it right? I thought so. You get one also. Susie, you are in for one of the greatest treats in magic shows. Do you know why? Don't ask. Because you got to empty the water out of the jar. There we go. There we go. Susie, I'll come back to this in just 1 second. But folks, Susie, tonight you've been such a good sport. I want to present you right now with the rare gold pearl necklace. I only have 462 of these left. You bet. But let me tell you something important about the necklace, because a few others will end up getting a necklace tonight. And we gave a necklace away to a little girl in our earlier show. And she ended up, folks, pulling on the necklace, and all the golden pearls came apart. And there is only one way you can fix a broken necklace, and that is with the cup of life. Folks, when you take this cup and you combine it with the heatilator, John, that's when the magic happens. Let's try and fix that little girl's necklace right now using the cup of life. You are in for one of the... What's the matter?
You keep doing that.
No, I didn't do it. No, I didn't take any water tonight and dump it from here to there. I did it. Well, here, I'll prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. I brought a nice dry towel. I'm going to take the towel and I'll dump it right in the bucket and I'll swish it all over the bucket. And if it comes out dripping, soaking wet with water, well, as John and I will tell you, as you get older, you can forget things. But look at this right here. Here, not one drop of water on the towel. Here, you see my hands are dry. You can see, John, you see that. Natalie, I'm going to dump my hands in the bucket and I'll swish it around the bottom and the top. I'll do it again. The bottom and the top. Look, dry. Did I convince you there's no water here? Well, what do you want me to do? I'll do anything. Tell me. Who said that? Hold on. Willie has spoken. Willie wants me to dump the bucket, not only dump the bucket, but on my head. Willie, I'll tell you one thing. You want me to dump the bucket? I've been asked to kick the bucket many times. But all right, here we go. The dumping of the bucket on my head. This could end the show right now. Susie, I asked you. Are they watching the same show you and I are watching? I mean, they thought I took water from here and put it in there. But folks, I want to tell you something. Are there any veterans in the audience tonight? Anybody here a veteran? Well, I always dedicate this final number to any veterans. I happen to be one myself. Thank you. Thank you. This is a story about a 5-year-old boy that went to school on his first day in school, and his dad sent him to school with a red handkerchief. But when he got to school, all the boys and girls made fun of him because they all had white handkerchiefs. He had a red. So he started crying, and then he got a great idea. He went to the boys' room, took that red handkerchief, and he poked it into his fist. And he squeezed it real tight, hoping he could turn that red handkerchief into a white. Well, in went the red, and by golly, Caroline, out came a white. And now all the boys and girls liked him because he had a white one just like they did. Well, he went home that day and he said, "Dad, look, I have a white handkerchief. All the boys and girls like me now." But his father said, "Son, you shouldn't be disappointed. You should be proud because you had the only red one. It made you special." Well, he didn't want to disappoint his dad. Up to his room that night he went with another idea. He took that white handkerchief and poked it back into his fist. He squeezed it real tight and using his head, hoped he could turn that white handkerchief back into a red. Well, by golly, in went the white, and Caroline, back came not only the red one, but also the white. And he said he'll go to school and show all the boys and girls the white one, and they'll like him. And when he comes home, he'll show his dad the red, and his dad will like him. That way, everyone will like him. And he was the only boy, Betsy, that had both a red and a white handkerchief. And he said there must be something magical and extra special about this red and white handkerchief. And there was, folks, because he didn't care what color anybody liked. had a color for everyone. Thank you. And our winner, and as I said, folks, it was awfully close, but our winner tonight goes right over here. And I'd like to leave all of you tonight with these final words.
Good night. God bless you. I love you.
Good night, everyone.